On today's show, we're going to talk about why most landscaping businesses have really unpredictable cash flow. And of course, we're going to talk about how you can actually solve that and eliminate that problem in your business. So stay tuned. I'm excited to share it with you. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. So for just a minute, I want you to imagine what it would be like if it was early spring and you had just hired a new employee and it was time to go out and start doing, spring cleanups, the first part of the season for your customers. So you load up the truck, you get all the mulch, all your tools, you pull into your customers, home, and your new employee gets out and starts grabbing the mulch and starts mulching the beds. What would you do? You'd probably go like, dude, hold on a second. You're doing this in the wrong order. That's not the right way to do this. That's not the operational kind of steps that we take, because if we mulch first, before we trim bushes, before we weed, before we do all the other prep, it's going to be wasted and the customer's going to be upset and it just won't turn out well. It's not going to work. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be problems. There's a method to how you do your spring cleanups. Everybody has a little bit of a different method. It's not exactly the same, but there's some core principles and processes and things that need to happen, right? And in business, it's the same thing. The reason that a lot of landscaping companies have unpredictable cash flow is because they don't use an operational system that helps them consistently do the right things at the right time that lead to growth and profits and their, steady climb up the Green Mountain. And so there's a lot of different methods out there of how to operate a business. They're called business operating systems in a lot of cases, kind of in a sense like operating system you would install on a computer, or just how you operate and the kind of base system. But there's not a lot of systems that are specifically designed for landscapers. And so that's why we designed the CEO method of consistent branding, effective sales, and operational habits, because it's a really simple process you can follow. And when landscaping companies have unpredictable cash flow, the first problem is because they're not using the CEO method, or they're not using any type of business operations method. And so things are sporadic. They're not really running a routine inside their business, just the same way you would run a routine when you do, spring cleanups, or when you show up to mow and trim. Like there's an order and process to those things. So the first thing to just ask yourself is, do I have a simple documented process that I'm using to run my business? And if not, how can I get that support? Obviously, we're here to help you with that. And the CEO method is a great way to do that. The second reason why a lot of landscaping businesses have really unpredictable cash flow is they like to turn their marketing efforts on and off, which leads to sales spiking, dropping, spiking, dropping. Maybe you land a few big accounts and you get distracted and you stop marketing. But then those big accounts are underway, they're going great, and you need more customers. And they're like, oh, I'll turn on marketing now. The problem with that is if we're not consistent in how we market, then we have to wait 30, 60, 90, sometimes 120 days before our marketing takes effect and enough people see it and they get frustrated with what they have going on now and they want to switch and work with you. So oftentimes in home services across the board, but specifically in landscaping, if marketing is turned on and off or it's inconsistent, and that means whether your marketing is, door knocking for now or doing your own social media, or, we're running Facebook ads or Google ads for you, or whatever you're doing for marketing, if it's not done on a consistent, daily basis, then you create these gaps in sales, and gaps in sales create gaps in cash flow. And there's a lot of challenges there. So whatever you do, choose a marketing level that you can sustain day in, day out, all through the year, no matter what season it is. Be consistent in your branding, and that's going to be one of the biggest factors that improves steady cash flow. The third thing that we see that causes a ton of cash flow issues for landscaping businesses is they don't put people on auto pay. One customer on auto pay whose credit card is in your software and system, who gets billed the same amount every month, and they pay you 12 months throughout the year. One customer on auto pay, in my experience and opinion, is worth 3 people that you invoice. Because when you invoice somebody, they have to get the email or see it. They have to take time to fill it out and pay it. And then you have to follow up because they're not going to always see it. So there's a bunch of time involved in there, and it becomes a hassle on both sides. So one of the most important things that we help our folks do inside of our mastermind, and all the folks that we support here at Landscape Marketing Hero, is we make sure they have a system where they can auto bill their customers, because then you know what you're getting paid every month. Cash flow stabilizes and allows you to focus on other areas of the business instead of chasing your money. So setting up that simple technology, letting people know up front, auto pay is a requirement for us because it allows us to save you time and not bother with what's going on. You're going to always approve ahead of time what your payments are going to be out throughout the year. Doing that is a small technology investment, a little bit of education and upfront communication with your customer, and then you yield, the results and the benefits for months and years to come. And so if you're facing cash flow issues, just to recap, think about these 3 things. First, are you running an operational method inside your business? We recommend you use the CEO method. It works really well, but regardless of what you choose, make sure you're running some operational system. The second, don't turn on and off your marketing efforts, whether that's spending advertising dollars or it's you taking time to door knock and put, door hangers on or yard signs, or, go out and network, whatever you're doing, to do your own personal marketing. Be consistent in whatever you do. And the third thing is make sure you have a system in place to auto debit your customers. And if they can't do auto pay, it's just too much of a hassle to, chase around your money. Unless you are just starting out and have 1 or 2 customers, then that's okay for a very short time. But very quickly, you need to, protect your time and also create that expectation with your customers that they're going to pay every month on auto pay. So if you need help with any of these things, we want to make sure that as you climb the Green Mountain, as you aim towards building that $10 million per year or higher landscaping business, that you have the support in place and you have stable cash flow. If you need help with any of this, we're here to help. I appreciate you taking time to tune into the show, and we will see you tomorrow. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.